So we just wait for a few seconds or more, and like as we mentioned that today's session will be on the market outlook and index strategy. This session will be more focused on that what is the view of the market, because the market today Nifty 50 opened in the gap up strategy that what we can follow in this week, because this week is the monthly expiry of the Nifty 50 and the stocks. So we will just wait for a minute or so, and we are waiting for other participants to join in. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, anything, then you can drop in the chat box. So we will take this session in a two-way, that is in a dialogue way. Everyone will be on the same page. So let's begin the session. I'm having with me Mr. Karan Pai, who is a research analyst, and जो व्यू देंगे अपना ये मार्केट के ऊपर कि दैट आज मार्केट क्या लग रहा है, इंडेक्स स्ट्रेटजी क्या होना चाहिए फॉर दिस particular week. Now let's talk about the market today. First of all, that is Nifty 50 is trading around this 24,200. It is almost 380 points above, and it is around this 1.59% up. Same goes with the Bank Nifty, that is around 1,075 points up, and that is 2%. That is, and 52,213 right now it is trading. The open was 52,000, and the high was 52,200, and the low was 51,777. So this will going to take you with the further that market के sectors आज कौन से, why this sudden like the gap up was there, कैसे candles form हुई है. तो candles एक basically जब forms होती है तो उसके basis में हम भरेंगे. So अगर जब gap रहता है वो candles को भी भरने के लिए आगे मार्केट कभी भी डाउन ट्रेंड या साइडवेज ट्रेंड दिखा सकता है कि एटलीस्ट वो एग्जिस्टेंट जो अपना पहले जो मार्केट खुला था उसके बेसिस में दैट मींस द मार्केट विल गोइंग टू शो यू द वे that how means the trending is following. So with this, I'll hand over the session to Mr. Karan Pai. Karan.
Thank you, Rohit. Thank you for the introduction. So all in all, I would say Rohit, quite a busy day for the market is what I think. And अगर आप देखोगे आज के सेशन में there's a significant gap. Significant as in 400 points gap. अभी ये क्यों हुआ? And it has been quite a good season, and अगर आप देखोगे if there was a positive response to Trump coming into power, all in all, so the index जितने भी है S&P 500 they are inching higher towards a new high. So जो चार्ट अभी आप देख रहे हो that is basically S&P 500, and अगर आप देखोगे कि पिछले 3 सेशंस में out of the 3 sessions 2 सेशन में जो था there was a strong buying interest on the downside. So I'm not sure, I'll just remove all the indicators. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure आपको चार्ट अभी much clear दिखाई दे रहा है. And before we go ahead, I would just want you guys to confirm that you guys can see my screen and मेरी आवाज आप तक पहुंच रही है, and is it clear? Just type in the chat box. Okay, thank you for that. And going ahead, so all in all, bit of positive, I mean, positive, quite a positive week we had. Week में आप देखोगे Overall, there was an up move in the S&P, there was an up move in the Nasdaq, and एक sense of positivity आ गई, and वही positivity कहीं ना कहीं आज सुबह Asian markets में भी continue हुई. So we had a massive gap up in the Nikkei. It was a bit lower, but on the other hand, Kospi was quite positive. So all in all, ये सब Nifty. अभी निफ्टी कितने पॉइंट से गैप अप हुआ टू सी दैट वी जस्ट प्लॉट वेयर इज ओपन वाज, सो वी सी दैट अराउंड 350 पॉजिटिव गैप हम लोग को दिखाई दिया. नाउ अगर आपने फ्राइडे की क्लोज दे सॉरी द लास्ट वर्किंग डे या 22nd फ्राइडे की आपने अगर क्लोज देखी होगी, it was a notch below. I wouldn't say a notch below, it was 100 points lower than 24,000, and 24,000 हमारे पुराने वेबिनार प्रीवियस वेबिनार्स में भी मैंने बोला था it is a bit crucial because it's a big figure, and जब भी big figure होता है 24,000 25,000, so ये थोड़े psychological levels बनते हैं. So आज का जो ओपन था it was well above 24,000. So जो एक 24,000 का hurdle था, looks like we have seemed to have captured it. That is what the price action at the moment is saying. Now, in the previous week, we was hovering around the 200-day EMA, 200-day SMA के आसपास ही prices hover कर रहे थे, and we also saw a brief break below the 200-day moving average. Now, जब भी कोई index या कोई भी stock अगर 200-day के नीचे जाता है, there is a strong sell off, because एक long term move जब नीचे जा रहा था, invariably there is a big sell off. But अगर वो sell off pan out नहीं होता है, and you don't see a follow through as in अगर ये breach करके नीचे जाता है and it would have gone lower, then we would have considered it as a follow through, but follow through missing था. And then we saw when Friday happened, quite a bit of positivity in the market. तकरीबन 550 पॉइंट 560 पॉइंट से मार्केट ऊपर क्लोज हुआ था. सो और तकरीबन 2.5 सिग्निफिकेंट नंबर स्पेशली व्हेन इट कम्स टू एन इंडेक्स. एंड आज के दिन में वी हैव द इंडेक्स ओपनिंग हायर बाय अबाउट 1.5%, एंड वहां से भी immediately low market, it then continued to move higher. Now around 12 o'clock, when around 11:45, somewhere in between 11:45 12 o'clock, the index was actually trading around 24,300. So we are seeing a bit of profit booking, but nonetheless, I would say overall market का tone जो है positive. So आने वाले sessions में what can we expect? So who is plot a Fibonacci retracement? So Fibonacci retracements मैंने आपको बोले हैं कि we'll be covering it earlier, but invariably when we want to see that there has been an up move or a down move, and जो correction है या retracement जो है, sometimes it is called as retracement, sometimes it is called as pullback. But nonetheless, ये सब चीजें देखने के लिए there are a few percentages. अभी इन percentages के पीछे logic है. We'll definitely cover that when we cover Fibonacci in detail in our technical series. But for the time being, what are the crucial levels? अभी ये मुझे पता करने हैं. Then I would look at the levels, look at the percentages of this recent down move. अभी ये down move कितना था? Now 27 September के पास high बना, and we saw a low around 21st November. So between that, there was about 11.5% का fall. Now, bear in mind, index में 11.5% is not a small thing. It's quite a big thing, and they also happen to match with what we just spoke about a few minutes back. So I'll quickly run you through कि आप कैसे कर सकते हो. So आप देखो कि OTMs में मतलब which are actually very close to the current market price. मतलब मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि अगर फिलहाल मार्केट 24,100 चल रहा है तो you start looking at 26,000 and 25,000. So look for strikes that are slightly above and below the current market price to find out where the probable support and resistance could be, and इसके लिए you look at what your OI accumulation is, what is the change in the open interest. So based on that, I just want to check. See, I can do it and call it a day, but I just want to see कि हम लोग जितना भी कर रहे हैं, जो भी हम लोग explain कर रहे हैं, that is being received well. मतलब आपको समझ में आ रहा है. ऐसा नहीं है कि during the day आपने बस उसको देखा and then you called it a day. you're pausing for 2 minutes, please type in the chat box. It is see, trust me, जब भी हम लोग कुछ webinar लेते हैं and people come back to us telling, and there have been instances when people come back to us and tell that, you know what, this is what my analysis is, what do you think? We feel really proud to say that, you know, जितना भी हम लोग सिखा रहे हैं वो it's being received well.
सो यू कैन टेल अस कि आज के कॉल और पुट डेटा में सबसे ज़्यादा ओ आई कहाँ पे बिल्डअप है, बिकॉज ये हम लोगों ने सेशन ऑलरेडी पहले भी कर चुके हैं कंसेप्ट के बेसिस में कि दैट ओ आई कैसे देखना है एंड ओ आई से हाउ यू कैन फिगर इट आउट कि दैट कि सबसे ज़्यादा सपोर्ट कहाँ पर है, सबसे ज़्यादा रेजिस्टेंस कहाँ पर है. सो एज Karan mentioned that means like now you can tell us कि that what you feel कि that सबसे ज़्यादा OI कॉल की साइड में और पुट की साइड में अभी कहाँ पर है, क्योंकि मार्केट में डेटा चेंज होता रहता है. सो व्हाट वी आर फिगरिंग इट आउट कि दैट अगर मुझे लेवल्स देखना है ये वीक का, तो एक पर्टिकुलर लेवल्स एज अ नो वॉइस ट्रेडर हाउ कैन आई लुक. So those who are attending this session from WebEx, request you to please type in the chat box, and जो live YouTube channel से attend कर रहे हैं, they can put in the live chat section कि एक level call की side से and put की side से support resistance क्या लग रहा है. So make sure this option data is something is very much important for the seller. Okay, those who wants to know about कि seller को कैसे देखते हैं. So this data you have to look at the point of seller. Okay, you are a seller in the market, not as a buyer in the market.
So looks like Rohit, आज because market काफी positive है, सारे जितने भी हमारे viewers हैं probably they are you know, making the best out of the opportunity and probably trading. But nonetheless, I'll just quickly check one thing. Yeah. So as मैंने mention किया था, somewhere during the day we were higher by approximately 401 points. So वहाँ से थोड़ा on the downside, but चलो, getting back to you know what we were discussing. So जैसे हमने चार्ट पर देखा था 24,500 24,600 के आसपास रेजिस्टेंस आ रहा था, एंड the OI data at the moment seems to be confirming that. So अगर आप OI डेटा में the OI बिल्डअप अगर देखोगे 3,16,000 का बिल्डअप हुआ है at 24,500 स्ट्राइक कॉल में. And अगर उससे भी मैं अगर डीपर जाऊं, मतलब if this level is breached, then what are the next levels that I'll be looking for? So 24,600, 24,700, 24,800, and also 25,000 पर there is a massive build up. So just going back to charts, हम लोगों ने देखा था 24,500 के पास, which is approximately this level, ये जो क्लस्टर है वो, and then there is 24,600, 24,700 जो तकरीबन यहाँ पर आ रहा है, and then 25,000 because it is also a round figure. So 24,000, 25,000, they are round figures. So around round figures, you'll always have these sort of you know, resistances, supports coming. अगर पुट साइड की बात करें, मतलब सपोर्ट की अगर हम लोग बात करें, सो लुक्स लाइक एवरीबडी इज लुकिंग एट द साइकोलॉजिकल लेवल ऑफ 24,000. सो वहां पर अगर आप वाई बिल्डअप देखोगे तकरीबन 3,06,000 का हुआ है, एंड देन एज वी गो डीपर वी सी अगेन राउंड फिगर्स पर हो रहा है अप टू, यू नो, 23,700, 23,600. सो ये सारे लेवल्स जो है दे आर एक्चुअली क्वाइट मैचिंग विद व्हाट वी आर लुकिंग ऑन द चार्ट्स. So one thing that I would like to make very clear, जब भी हमने ये webinars चालू किए थे तब से मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि OI data should always be a reinforcement. So you know, understanding the chart, looking at the chart or trading in general is more like building a house, correct? So आप सबसे पहले फाउंडेशन बांधोगे. फाउंडेशन always has to be charts, chart analysis. अगर आप चार्ट पर एनालिसिस कर रहे हो, वहां से अगर आप लेवल्स निकाल रहे हो एंड उसको रीइंफोर्स कर रहे हो with OI data, only then it would make sense. अगर स्टैंड अलोन OI data कर रहे हो, मेरे हिसाब से it wouldn't make sense.
As correct mentioned Karan, that is OI डेटा एक बेसिकली होता है कि एक सेलर के हिसाब से बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट रहता है, क्योंकि जो कॉल सेलर है वो प्रीमियम सारा खाना चाहता है, एंड जो कॉल बायर है उसको लगता है कि प्रीमियम ऊपर जाए हमेशा. सो एज करण राइटली मेंशन कि अभी जो निफ्टी फिफ्टी है वो ट्रेड कर रही है अराउंड 24,200 टू 87 पे. नाउ as I correctly mentioned that 24 500 पे सबसे ज़्यादा OI डेटा है, दैट इज द रेसिस्टेंस सबसे ज़्यादा है. उसके बाद जो नेक्स्ट लेवल है दैट इज ऑन 24 700 एंड 25,000. तो 25,000 का अगर आप देखो देयर अबाउट 10 करोड़ ऑप्शंस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट इज ओपन राइट नाउ. अभी ₹7 का प्रीमियम चल रहा है. तो कोई भी कॉल सेलर होगा उसने 25,000 कॉल सेल किया है, साइमल्टेनियसली 23,500 का पुट भी सेल किया कि दोनों साइड से प्रीमियम मिल जाए विद द नंबर ऑफ लॉट्स. नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट द दिस दैट्स ऑन द पुट साइड, दैट्स ऑन सपोर्ट इफ आई टॉक अबाउट. Then the highest OI data is on 23,500 right now. That is 82 lakhs. The contract is open plus 5 lakhs is more added there. So 23,500 is your major support right now, and 24,500. एक अगर 24,500 का break होता है, then of course we can see the Nifty around like this 24,600 or 24,700. But the majorly right now the resistance is at 25,000. So सबसे सबसे ज़्यादा मीन्स अगर देखा जाए तो अभी के लिए जो अगर मुझे इंट्राडे या पोजिशनल के लिए अगर एक करना है दैट इज 23,500 प्लस 24,500 इज योर मेजर सपोर्ट एंड रेसिस्टेंस. So this is for the education purpose only. We are not poking here like to give you any kind of like the trades. So request you to take the informed decision looking at your technical analysis and the risk appetite. जो अभी डेटा बोल रहा है वो अभी ये दिखा रहा है, डेटा ये आधे घंटे या एक घंटे में कभी भी चेंज हो सकता है once the European market opens.
So, coming to what are the individual stocks doing? So, अगर आप देखोगे breadth जो था, at least when I checked it at around 11:45, it was quite positive. And just give me a second, it will load. Okay, yeah, अभी भी quite positive. So, of the Nifty 50 stocks, 47 stocks are advancing. So that's a very good thing. मतलब जब भी निफ्टी ऊपर जा रहा है, there is सारे स्टॉक्स को साथ में लेके चल रहा है. सो मार्केट ब्रेथ भी जब भी सपोर्ट करता है, पॉजिटिव मूव्स को, रोहित, इट एक्चुअली रीइंफोर्सेस द काइंड ऑफ जनरल सेंटिमेंट कि सारे ही स्टॉक्स मूव हो रहे हैं. ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है कि एक या दो हेवी वेट्स मूव हो रहे हैं एंड द इंडेक्स इज गोइंग हायर एंड आपके बाकी जो स्टॉक्स है दे आर आइदर नॉट मूविंग और ट्रेडिंग इन द नेगेटिव. सो ऑल इन ऑल ब्रेथ भी काफी पॉजिटिव है. एंड अगर इसको मैं सॉर्ट करूं, सो समथिंग लाइक BEL, ONGC, Adani Enterprises, Shriram Finance, they seem to be the ones that are actually quite strong today. And laggards की अगर मैं बात करूँ, जैसे हम लोगों ने यहाँ पर देखा था डिक्लाइंस में आज से 3 ही स्टॉक्स है. एंड डिक्लाइंस की अगर मैं बात करूँ, वी हैव 2 IT stocks, Infi and HCL Tech. And if you look at, I mean, the top loser for the day is JSW Steel. So certainly breadth be bullish here. The index is also moving higher, and for the sectors, we have a list of 12 sectors that we feel tends to move the market. And अगर आप उसमें भी देखोगे, so 0.5 से ज़्यादा ही है. Even if you look at the if you filter the highest to lowest, so जो last man है, that is Nifty IT. Now bear in mind ये जो डेटा आप देख रहे हो that is with a 15-minute delay, but nonetheless वो भी अगर आप देखोगे वो तकरीबन 0.8% पॉजिटिव है. And no doubt something like PSU banks, realty, they seem to be quite strong today. So 4.3% on the PSU banks, 2.7% on the realty, energy में अगर आप देखो तो 2.3%. So all in all, एक general consensus seems to be a bit positive. It is not only a few heavyweights that are going higher. Generally, अगर आप देखोगे the breadth, everything is suggesting a bit of positive sentiment in the market. And अगर आपको देखना है कि ये particular sectors में which are the ones that are moving, so we just saw that PSU banks was actually quite positive. So PSU banks का अगर मैं sectors open कर दूँ, so इसमें we have 12 stocks, and of the 12 stocks, all the 12 are positive. So no negative here. So अगर top gainer में इसमें देखूँ, so we have Central Bank, Indian Bank, UCO Bank, PSB, and all those sectors which are actually up more than 3%. सेंट्रल बैंक अगर आप देखोगे तकरीबन 7.5% ऊपर है. इंडियन बैंक अगर आप देखोगे 6.7%. So quite a bit of green today. And if you look at the realty stocks, just yeah, realty stocks में भी आप देखोगे of the 10 stocks in the realty sector, 9 positive है. Only Shobha is trading in a bit of negative territory, but something like Mahindra Life, Raymond, DLF, Prestige, all of them are up more than 3%. So these are this is what the market is doing today. And अगर आपको कुछ query है, कुछ पूछना है, then we are open for Q&A for 2 minutes, and then we'll end the session. So guys, we are open for Q&A for another 1 minute. So आपको कुछ query है, कुछ पूछना है regarding the index, no stock specific queries please. अगर आपको stock specific कुछ guidance वगैरह चाहिए, then what I would suggest is हमारे research की तरफ से recommendations आते हैं during the day, please do follow those. And as far as index goes, I have explained the probable support, the probable resistances that you'll see on the Nifty for the day. And थोड़ा positionally भी मैंने बोल दिया है, but just to sum it up quickly, 24,000 for me on the index Nifty spot is going to be a very key level on the downside. And on the upside, अगर आप देखो, if we see the index going above 24,400, 24,700 and 25,000 in the sessions to come might be the levels that we should be looking at. Now again, एक caveat इसमें है, this is not taking into account unforeseen things. Unforeseen things में जब मैं बोलूँ, if there are a few news reports or anything of that sort, or geopolitical tensions. Now those are not things that we can analyze, so we'll just go by what the chart is telling us.
Thank you so much, Karan, for giving such a great insight, and thank you all our participants for participating in this session, and means giving us the feedback on this. So with this, we'd like to end our session here. And once again, thank you to all the audience for attending today's session, and we'll see you on this Thursday on Nifty 50 expiry and the stocks expiry. Thank you, Karan.
Thank you for joining us, guys.